Timothée Chalamet, the star of Wonka, opened up in an interview with Anderson Cooper on 60 Minutes, sharing a deeply personal story about his early years growing up in a Manhattan apartment building that left a lasting impact on his view of acting. Chalamet recalled the time he spent in the building, where he was surrounded by struggling artists, and how it made him fearful of pursuing acting as a career. He explained, "That apartment really scared me out of acting because it was a very difficult living situation, and many of the people living there were thriving. It was a harsh reality." Despite growing up in an environment surrounded by artists, Chalamet expressed how the hardships of the artists around him made him initially hesitant about the acting profession. "No, it made me scared of acting. It was just too much reality for me as a kid. It was a difficult time," he revealed. It was clear that the poverty-stricken lifestyle and emotional struggles of the people in the building left a lasting impression on him, one that made him question whether this was the life he wanted to live. Chalamet also spoke about how his father had cautioned him against entering the world of acting too early. "My dad, I think he was right to be concerned. He didn't want me to rush into acting, and he wanted me to have a more normal childhood. His advice was to stay grounded, not to get swept up in the entertainment world too soon." His father's concerns weren't rooted in any personal animosity toward acting, but rather in wanting to protect his son from the tough realities of the industry. Chalamet's father encouraged him to stay away from the spotlight, allowing him to grow at his own pace. However, despite these fears and his father's advice, Chalamet ultimately found his way back to acting when he enrolled in the Fiorello H. LaGuardia High School of Music and Art and Performing Arts in New York. The school, which is known for fostering talent in the arts, became a place where Chalamet could develop his craft without the distractions of the outside world. "It was a place where the arts were celebrated, and I doubled down on my focus. It felt right, and I was finally able to connect with the acting world in a way that made sense to me," he explained. In a surprising turn, Chalamet shared his decision to leave college and pursue acting full-time, a decision that was not without its internal conflicts. He admitted that he struggled with his sense of identity and self-worth, feeling that his goals and ambitions weren't aligning with his position in life at the time. "It was a tough decision to leave college, but I realized I needed to follow what I truly wanted to do. The school environment just didn't feel like it fit my true purpose anymore," he explained. Chalamet's decision was fueled by a desire to push forward in his career, even though it meant giving up the security and structure of a traditional education. When asked about his portrayal of Bob Dylan in the biopic A Complete Unknown, Chalamet spoke about the challenge of stepping into the shoes of such an iconic figure. He shared that, even though he had never met Dylan in real life, he would remain cool and collected if the opportunity ever arose to meet him. "I would just say thank you and try to keep it cool. I wouldn't bring up the film. Instead, I'd probably just talk about the weather or ask him what his favorite sandwich is," Chalamet said with a smile, emphasizing his intention to maintain a sense of normalcy despite the awe-inspiring nature of the encounter. Chalamet also shared a funny anecdote about his time filming Little Women, recalling how his co-star, Saoirse Ronan, once scolded him on set. "She told me, 'Get into the trailer right now.' It was one of those moments where you just have to listen to your co-stars," he laughed, reflecting on their tight-knit working relationship and how they constantly kept each other in check on set. In the interview, Chalamet opened up about the ups and downs of his career and how his experiences shaped him as both an actor and a person. His candid reflections offer a glimpse into the struggles of growing up in the spotlight and the difficult choices he had to make along the way.